Good morning. We are back down the farm. I feel like I start with every video saying we're back down the farm, but for me, I am back down the farm. Anyway, nothing really too exciting, but I thought I'd take you along for the ride. Little MaxxECU Fiesta come in. This is for mapping. It's been sat around for ages, hence it's like got funny shades of green and dirt all over it. Does need some welding, but that's not what it's here for. I don't do that sort of thing. It has got I believe, a 2 litre Zetec in it. I think it's a silver top. I'm pretty confident it is, really. But yeah, it's on a MaxxECU Mini, VW coil pack. It's been around the front to Dan. Dan's tidied up a bit of it. I say tidied it up quite loosely, because it's quite messy in here, but it's work in progress. You know, Dan got it all up and running for him. I sorted out the base map, so it all runs. He's tidied up a little bit. So I just need to map it, make sure it all works fine, make sure the fan's cut in, make sure it doesn't catch fire. As long as that's all good to go, I can map it, see what it makes, and then they can have it back and get it ready for the road. So yeah, let's do that. Let's crack on. I'm gonna get it strapped down, gonna go through all the settings, gonna pump the tyres up, something looks a little bit flat, and see how it pans out. Right, let's crack on. Okay, so I've got it on the dyno. I've got it all strapped down, I've dialed it all in, I've got my laptop connected, I've gone over all of the settings, I've just made it idle nice to start with, I've given it a rough basic ignition map, so I'm now just going to roll it up. I've just, you know, revved it up on the spot, adjusted the fueling, so now I'm going to roll it up on the rollers, just start dialing in all the low end stuff. So yeah, see how it pans out. Okay, dialed it in a bit. Turn the fan just so you can hear me. Oh, change the screen, hang on. So it's making about, well, not about, it is making 120 horsepower and 130 foot-pound of torque. Just a 2 litre Zetec with a HO inlet. I believe it's HO. It's got a big old throttle body on it. HO inlet, standard exhaust manifold, standard exhaust as well. I think it's a little bit restricted. Yeah, I was hoping it would make about 130 horsepower, if I'm honest. I've played around with the fuel, cleaned it off, richened it up, put some timing in it, took some timing out. Where it sits is exactly where it likes. I'm not too confident on these tyres, and I think the tracking might be a bit out as well. Just trying to eyeball down the side of the car, just try and gauge how the wheels are sitting. There's a bit of towing, I think. Can't really see it on the camera, but I think the tracking might be fighting it slightly. And I don't really like these tyres too much because they're a bit perished and cracked. And I got caught out with a car a little while ago where the tyres started throwing rubber everywhere and I had to stop. So I'm running the car in third rather than fourth, but then it is naturally aspirated, so it won't really make a difference too much. I might run it in fourth. Yeah, I might recalibrate the dyno for fourth and run it again. I'm just not too confident on these tyres, as I've said, but see how it goes. It's alright, I'm just letting it cool off in here. It's getting a bit stuffy. I've set the rev limit to 7.1 because obviously it doesn't really make power anymore up here, so I can't really be bothered, you know, there's no point revving it higher. Revving it to about 7.1, 7.150, something like that. Seems alright. It is a shonky old Zetec. It's okay. Just can drive it now. What it needs is a turbocharger. All Zetecs need a turbocharger. They're not turbocharged, just lag to the limiter. But yeah, let's carry on. Let it cool off in here. Oh, look at the cracks in them inner sidewalls, look. Can't really see, but they're a bit nasty. I don't know if I want to run that in fourth. Fourth's going to be like well, I don't know, 100 mile an hour. Let's have a look. Where's my laptop? So, running it to the limiter in third gear, it's 85 mile an hour. So I think fourth, probably a little bit more towards 100 mile an hour. Don't know if I want to do 100 mile an hour on these tyres. I've done what old dyno says in the manual, pump the tyres up to 40 psi. But yeah, alright, it's cold in good temp though, it doesn't get hot. Could probably do with a thermostat as well, to be fair. I reckon if you've got some temperature into the engine it'd be better. But it's alright. Going well. I think a thermostat, get it a bit hotter, needs a decent exhaust manifold, some throttle bodies, done. It just needs a turbo, bang a turbo on it, job. Right, let's crack on. Made a discovery. So it is 2 litre Zetec, no problem at all. Standard exhaust manifold, standard downpipe, standard centre section with a back box, hence you're so quiet. HO throttle body, nice big throttle plate, on an SO inlet and an SO sandwich plate. That'll explain why it only makes 121 horsepower. So that is what we're finishing on. 121 horsepower, 135 foot-pound of torque. Going forward, need to check to see if the fans keep it cool, because I didn't see if the fans cut in or not, and I didn't leave it running, so I'm going to do that now, outside. I'm going to let it get up to temperature and make sure it keeps itself cool sitting there. The dyno fan is sufficient enough to keep it cool at over 100 mile an hour, so that's absolutely fine. It doesn't get hot, doesn't raise temperature, I'm happy with that. Going forward, needs a proper induction kit and a proper air filter. It's going to need a minimum of a HO inlet manifold, proper. It could do with an exhaust manifold and a decent exhaust system. And I would like to think it would definitely go past easily 135, 140 horsepower, I think. But it now runs and drives. She can now use it on the road. She can now drive it around. She can now get the welding done, get an MOT sorted, and actually use it. Maybe put some decent tyres on it as well. I did run it in 4th gear. Made absolutely no difference to power. As you can see, this is in 4th gear. So yeah, I'm going to end on that. Like, share, subscribe. Cheers guys. Bye.